This is Chicago's #1 news, ABC 7 News at 10.
A final flurry on the campaign trail in the Illinois race for governor. All 6 candidates working into the night, courting votes, thanking campaign workers, reminding everybody that tomorrow is primary day. In fact, the polls open in less than 8 hours. All the candidates seem to be pushing hard to get out the vote. Good evening, I'm Ron Majors.
And I'm Linda Yu. Diane Burns is off tonight. Our coverage begins tonight with the Democrats. Today, one of the candidates picked up a key endorsement, a vote of confidence from a member of the Daley family. It is not the mayor's vote, but it is still considered a big get on the eve of the election. Here's ABC 7's Andy Shaw.
Rod Blagojevich, the front-runner in most of the polls, thanking his family and his campaign workers tonight after a statewide fly-around and a major last-minute endorsement from Mayor Daley's brother John, the Democratic committeeman of the 11th Ward, which includes the Daley family political stronghold of Bridgeport.
I think Rod has brought a sense of unity to his campaign, and I'm impressed with it.
We are poised, I think, for victory. This is a campaign about opportunity, creating opportunity for every part of Illinois, for every family, and for every kid who dreams of a better life.
Roland Burris is disappointed tonight that John Daley's not endorsing him. But Burris is feeling great about the campaign as he meets with campaign workers after his statewide fly-around.
The people are fired up. Yes. Saying they want a change in Springfield. And they turned around and looked at me and said, Roland, you're the one.
The other Democrat, Paul Vallis, winding up his campaign at Union Station this afternoon, where he is predicting a large Republican crossover vote for him tomorrow.
I feel very good. I think when people go to the polls tomorrow, they're going to vote for someone who's got the experience, who's got the record of accomplishment.
Most of the pollsters and the political experts are predicting a Blagojevich victory based on his superior statewide political organization. But a big African-American turnout gives Roland Burris a good shot, and a big turnout of independent Democrats puts Paul Vallis in contention. It all depends on the turnout. I'm Andy Shaw, ABC 7 News.
Also, remember, there is actually a 4th candidate on the ballot in DuPage County. Election officials there mistakenly listed Michael Bacalus, even though he had dropped out of the race 2 months ago.
Now, the Republican side in the race for governor, Jim Ryan, is at a rally in DuPage County. Corrine Wood greeted commuters at Union Station, and Patrick O'Malley has just returned to Chicago after flying around the state. ABC 7's Cheryl Burton is here with that part of the campaign. Cheryl?
Been a very busy day, Ron and Linda, and this has been a campaign filled with mudslinging and counterattacks. 2 of the candidates teaming up to lash out at the man who has been at the top of the heap during the race since he made his announcement back in DuPage County in August. Tonight at the DuPage County Airport, supporters of Jim Ryan greeted the frontrunner with cheers of optimism. Ryan stumped the state with his wife Marie and several dignitaries, including his running mate Carl Hawkinson, DuPage County native and powerful Speaker of the House Dennis Hastert, and the man who once held the state's top job, Ryan seeks, former Illinois Governor Jim Edgar. Ryan, who is way ahead in the polls, didn't take that for granted, still making several stops downstate.
Our last chance to get our message out about hope and opportunity and the things we want to accomplish in terms of education, healthcare, jobs, public safety, all the things that people care about.
In downtown Chicago, Lieutenant Governor Corrine Wood took the evening commute as an opportunity to shake hands and greet potential voters as they headed home. Wood is a distant second in the race, but she says in the game of politics, anything can happen, so don't count her out until the voters decide.
I am very optimistic. What we're seeing is people who believe in the same issues that I do, education, jobs in the economy, health care, and they're willing to look beyond party labels and vote for the person.
Wood and Patrick O'Malley have often joined forces to attack their opponent, Jim Ryan, during a noisy and sometimes bitter campaign. O'Malley, who is in 3rd place, seemed to change his strategy tonight and let the voters do the talking. At Midway Airport, O'Malley was trying to drum up support, hoping it will result in a dramatic come-from-behind victory.
Our positive message about cleaning up corruption, about restoring fiscal integrity of state government, and frankly, securing our economic future is exactly what the people of Illinois are looking for.
O'Malley says it's been a long race, but he has no regrets. All three candidates have celebration parties planned in Chicago tomorrow, and all three candidates are predicting a victory. And of course, tomorrow at this time, we should know who will be the next Republican nominee for the governor of Illinois. Ron and Linda.
Cheryl, thanks very much. Also, another hot race tomorrow, the Democratic contest for Attorney General. It pits a relative political newcomer, Lisa Madigan, against longtime attorney John Schmidt. He was out meeting people and trying to round up votes today at a Southwest Side restaurant. Now, Schmidt has been a lawyer for 30 years, also held the #3 job at the U.S. Justice Department. His opponent is the daughter of powerful Illinois House Speaker Mike Madigan. Today in Chicago, Lisa Madigan preferred to focus on her record as a lawyer and activist.
I think experience is very important, but it's experience working with people. That is what any public servant is charged with, helping real people solve real problems. It's what I do every day.
In my race, I just think people are rebelling against the idea that Mike Madigan could somehow muscle his daughter with only 4 years of legal experience into the Attorney General's slot.
Earlier polls had showed Madigan with a large lead. However, that gap now appears to be closing.
And on the Republican side, in the race for Attorney General, 2 candidates fighting for that nomination. Joe Burkett, the DuPage County State's Attorney. Preliminary polls have shown that most of the Republican Party seems to support Burkett, although his opponent, Attorney Bob Coleman, has stirred up this race with campaign ads making fun of his own lack of political polish. This is Coleman's first run for a major elected office.
Now, some voters will have a chance to weigh in on hot topics involving 2 Chicago sports stadiums. People who live near Wrigley Field will vote on expansion plans for the ballpark. They will answer this question: shall the East Lakeview neighbors' issues like traffic congestion and inadequate parking be resolved to the satisfaction of the neighbors before any seating expansion of Wrigley Field is permitted? Voters in 4 precincts will have a chance to express their opinion on the naming rights for Soldier Field. The question there: shall the Chicago Bears be allowed to sell the right to attach a corporate name to Soldier Field and collect an estimated $250 million over the next 30 years from the sale of naming rights to the stadium? Now, many have argued that changing the name of Soldier Field would dishonor Americans' veterans of war. Both of these referenda are advisory.
And a reminder that new ballot machines will be up and running for the first time tomorrow at polling places in Chicago. The ballot counters are designed to screen for mistakes. This year, you won't hand your ballot to an election judge. You'll insert your own ballot into the machine. If the machine detects more than 1 vote in a race or no votes in a race, it will return the ballot. The voter may then choose to leave the ballot as it is or to take a new ballot. And election results should start rolling in right after the polls close. We will have updates right here throughout the evening, beginning at 7 o'clock. Then join us for an expanded edition of our 10 o'clock news with the latest results and live reports.
Some other news now. We're following a developing story at this hour. Chicago police are investigating 2 apparent carbon monoxide deaths on the city's south side. Those bodies were found in a car in a garage at 2530 South Hamlin. Police were called there just about 7 o'clock this evening. The garage owner says that one of the victims is his cousin, the other a friend. After a night out, the victims were supposed to go home after they had dropped him off.
And they told me they were going to leave in an hour, so I have to take care of some business today. And when I was coming from a doctor this afternoon, I found them dead.
Bahena adds that the car was not running when he found it. However, the key had been turned to the on position.
Still ahead tonight, maintaining hope after a church fire in the suburbs. Parishioners say the building may be gone, but the congregation is still strong. We'll have a live report.
Anderson Accounting may be on the verge of a deal. Tonight, a look at an announcement that is expected in the morning.
And a trend at the gas pump that drivers will not like. It's all still ahead.
When America has somewhere to go, they get there in a Chevy. Today, Chevy's gonna keep you moving with $2,502 cash back or 0% APR financing on Chevy Cavalier. That's $2,502 cash back or 0% APR financing. See dealer for residency and other restrictions. Look for performance. Look for the bow tie at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer.
I'm Jose Sanders.
And I'm Judy Sue. Tomorrow morning, we're live as voters head to the polls for the primary.
I'm Phil Schwartz. It looks like wet weather could return.
I'm Roz Barron. Lots of construction this week. We'll help get you around it.
All this and more tomorrow morning, beginning at 5 a.m.
Your eyes are heavy. You're relaxed in your quiet place.
See what I mean?
Excuse me, sir. Do you use a cell phone?
Yes.
Yelling over the static. Here, Sprint PCS built the largest all-digital, all-PCS nationwide network from the ground up. Clear calls, so you'll be clearly heard.
Thanks. This is very helpful.
I thought it might be.
4,000 minutes for $39.99 from Sprint PCS.
When you're passionate about getting every detail right, you need windows that get every detail right. Anderson Windows. Long live the home.
ABC 7 News at 10 continues with Ron Majors, Diane Burns, weather with meteorologist Jerry Taft, and sports with Mark Giangreco.
A suburban church is in ruins after a spectacular fire early this morning, but tonight the parishioners gathered for a prayer service outside of St. Michael's Church in Wheaton. They say that the fire has not scorched their spirit. Already they are making plans to rebuild. St. Michael's has a long history. It has been around since 1879 when 15 families created that congregation. The church is located near downtown Wheaton at the corner of Illinois and West Streets. ABC 7's John Garcia is in the Western